Welcome to a new Daily Top Ask Reddit video. Today's topic.
What's a hill you're willing to die on every time? Unpaid internship are not good for students. A poor student can't afford the costs that go along with the internship. Agree. My daughter was working at a company making $23 an hour and now has to do an internship to get her master's. Internship is at same company and the university doesn't allow the company to pay her. It's the university? Forgive me. I don't know enough about academia or internships. What's the reasoning for the university to not allow payment? Using your children as content for social media is child exploitation. Oh my god, I literally bitch to my other half about this daily. The poor kids. And now the disabled people that genuinely have no idea they are being asked to hold up a shirt and smile. There is this Instagram that has a bunch of extremely low-functioning autistic kids that make disability awareness shirts in an assembly type of line. And the person running the Insta videos them then posts them. Oh. And one of the worst perpetrators of this is that lying a whole liver king. When his sons look back at the content he has forced the two of them to make. And his poor wife, his little tribe, won't be so triby anymore. Pose. He even made them make complimentary Instagrams to post about the dad's content. People getting on subways or elevators before letting people off. Makes no sense. I say my piece every time I see it. I agree, but fuck the people on the subway who take their sweet ass time getting up such that when everyone else is off and people are getting on they're going the wrong way. You should be on your feet ready to exit when the train stops. Move your asses, people. Edit. Yes, obviously if you are an old man or a pregnant lady or otherwise moving as if you're injured or disabled, I don't judge you for it. Keep the goddamn sponge out of the sink. Or leave it wet and soggy. It should be squeezed as dry as possible. OMG. Someone who understands. I swear I've given up on this because I've never been able to convince anyone to do this. Everyone's always flabbergasted by the stinkiness of the sponge when just wringing it out after use completely eliminates the problem and can extend the life of the spong by like 10x. Edit. I'd like to add that besides the sanitary factor if not having bacteria-riddled cleaning wear, there's nothing as gross as the nasty sponge smell on your fingers after using a gross sponge. I swear that lingers for half a day no matter how much you wash your hands. I have a hidden sponge that I keep from my roommate because of this. Decoy sponge. Radio stations should play more than 250 songs. You're getting 250? I swear I could scrape most I hate radio stations for rock and barely find 100 songs by 40 artists. Worked in radio when there were still thousands of O&O stations. Had a music library of 10,000 plus albums. Approved playlist contained 200 songs. 10 songs on hot rotation. 40 songs on medium rotation and 100 songs on low rotation. Jockeys could play 2 songs per airshift. Not on the playlist, but had to submit a list of 5 options, 24 hours in advance for approval of the 2 by the program director. You can pry my Oxford comma from my cold, dead, and angry hands. I came here just for this. Sincerely, a panda who eats, shoots and leaves. I also came here just for this, but unfortunately, those around me won't be so lucky. Sincerely, a panda who eats, shoots, and leaves. Disagreeing is not a personal attack. Also, you can listen to someone and understand what they're saying, without agreeing with them. Just because you don't agree, doesn't mean you're refusing to listen. The kind of people who want power are the worst kind of people to have power. Power should be a responsibility, not a reward. I've heard the phrase, those who seek power rarely deserve it. And those who deserve it rarely seek it. I am allergic to responsibility and don't want to be in charge of anything. That's why I should be in charge. I don't know. This makes you sound like you want it a little bit. Nuclear power is the best middle step we can invest into power as through building all the renewable energy. It provides great jobs, is exponentially cleaner than burning fossil fuels, and is safe when done properly. A friend of mine worked on our country's nuclear commission and attended many seminars on currently available, and soon to be available, nuclear technology. He would also die on this hill. Nuclear power is no longer then Chernobyl that people think it is. Safety measures are monumental, output is through the roof. And the amount of nuclear waste that actually gets produced is getting lowered by the day. Even Chernobyl was an unthinkably dangerous design for the time, and run by unqualified people. Chernobyl would never have happened if the Soviet Union even tried a little. That money should be kept out of politics at every level. Let each candidate stand on their capabilities at an equal level, not by how much money they have or receive. Edit. I'm getting many direct messages about, what do you propose we do about it? Quote. We can pass legislation for a start, but to do so you have to get out there and vote or register as a candidate. We have to make the more minor continuous local changes to eventually make the big nationwide Changes. Look into your candidates, look at the laws they pass. It sucks, I get it. We are all tired and just want to sleep, get high, play video games, and eat good food. But it is kind of our responsibility. Saying it doesn't matter is defeatist, and I used to think exactly like that and some days still do. But the only way we push forward is together and by making our wants to be known. I'm not a smart person, and I may be naive, but I still hope we can change things. I earnestly wish I had an easy answer. And I wish I was the type of person that was smart enough to help solve these issues, but I know I'm not. I do know I am the type of person that will do what I can to support those smarter and more capable than myself that are willing to make the changes to keep money out of our politics. If you still are able, go and cast your ballot, friends. Lobbying is nothing more than bribing, and you can't change my mind. Is it Germany or something that funds a candidate's campaign equally with tax dollars? I'm making this number up, but like each candidate gets $500,000 for a campaign, and that's the only monetary contribution they get. Seems brilliant to me and a good use of tax dollars. IMO. Most EU countries have laws that specifically limit the amount any candidate or party can receive or spend for any election, public campaign to a few $1 million total or less. And all donations above £10,000 are equivalent to a party must be declared. The repercussions are severe, and can include prison time for the donor and party leader. Candidates are required to strictly record who gives them money, and if their party is found to lie about it, like Sarkozy in 2012, they are punished. He was put in prison once he was no longer president, for a year because his campaign spent double the legal limit.